evening, race fans. I'm your host, Kane Rife, and welcome to another installment of the third season of the NASCAR Moon Studio Series here for the Pepsi 400 for the second race of the season at Daytona. Race number 14 here from the sunny beaches. Getting ready to go here shortly. Yorkie, winner of the last plate race at Sunset Peninsula, on pole for today's race with Toast starting to his outside. Let's get a look at the rest of your starting lineup. Is Red starting in third place with Nate, the part-timer, on his outside in fourth. Fifth is going to be Speedy, good racer at these plate races, starting fifth with Fire in sixth. Garlic going to be starting seventh in the row behind him with Zach to his outside. Gavin going to be eighth, hometown hero. Gavin going to be racing here, or at least home state. From ninth place with 10th, teammate Atlanta to the outside of him. Gabe starting 11th, Peck 12th, Lob 13th, and Poke, your last race winner, rounding out the field in 14th. We go trackside here for the Pepsi 400 here from the Daytona International Speedway. The switch windows. Okay. Alright, gentlemen, so your race length for tonight's event is going to be a total of 60 laps, 15, 15, 30. No, shush, mute, stinky.
My bad.
Okay, setting this race laps 15. Alright, so we should be ready to go. I'm just gonna... alright. Alright, no dawdling, no messing around. Late race on a school night. Let's get this going. Green flag. We are underway for the slowdown 400? Huh, interesting. Toast takes the lead off the start. It's not too bad, we'll be fine. Up the hill already, a couple of guys up the track. Off of turn number 2, and 3 and 4 wide already throughout basically the entirety of the pack as we head down into turn 3, and Toast already gets shoved underneath on the apron, but holds it, and 3 and 4 wide throughout the pack to start this race. You know, the chaos that the plate package has brought along in the last couple races, it wasn't as prominent at Sunset Peninsula, but especially at Talladega, a lot of crazy racing and ridiculous 3 and 4 wide throughout most of the field for the early bits of the races. A bit of contact behind. I believe that was Nate and Peck into the wall. And Toast, although leading the first lap up the hill, and gets pinned into the wall now. And they're going to come almost all the way, and yes, basically all the way to a stop, and lose a couple positions. And now there's already 5 cars out of the lead pack early on here today, with Fire now taking the lead. Fire just about leads that lap over Garlic. A little bit of contact between the two leaders as they go side by side into turn number 1, with a secondary pack formed now behind, although those guys are definitely drafting off of each other and drafting up to the lead pack. Gabe briefly up front, although up the hill a little bit, but Garlic stays behind him for the time being. So just 9 cars in the lead pack, with 5 trailing behind after a couple of early incidents. Garlic up and into the wall. Lob spinning around almost. Gets it back in the right direction. Nate has to take evasive maneuvers and get around him. Fire and Poke getting into each other on the apron and still sliding, but they managed to save it, although that was a bit of aggressive blocking by Fire. Still aggressive blocking. Gets pincer maneuvered, but he will take the lead anyways. Still side by side with Gabe to his outside. Here in the early runnings at Daytona. Fire and Gavin formed up on the inside lane. Knew these guys were going to probably try to work together. And Gabe and Garlic holding strong and steadfast on the outside. Outer lane looking pretty good so far. Still side by side for the race lead. Gavin gets filtered up and he's going to switch to the top lane. Fire onto the apron there, and that's going to make contact with the 09, and Fire's sliding sideways, and that's going to completely ruin the bottom lane, and the guys on the top get clear as Gavin's going to slip down in front of Fire.